Look, if you have a low income and a bad credit score, I'm going to show you some of the easiest places you may apply to help get some funding, okay? Now, again, most of the time it's guaranteed if you have everything in line. So what do I mean by that is that making sure that you have good direct deposits, all right? Even if you have low income. So if you're on welfare, disability, veterans income or something like that, you still should be able to qualify for these lenders. Now, the first lender we're talking about is Indylend. Now, with Indylend, their loans go anywhere from $200 up to $5,000. Now, Indylend is a platform, okay? Just keep that in mind. But here's the thing about it. You don't have to worry about them focusing on your personal credit. Now, again, I must tell you, with these type of lenders, just keep in mind that the interest rates is going to be ridiculously high. Because remember, you have a low credit score. And when you have a low credit score, trust me, these predatory lenders, they don't mind giving you money. But at the same time, just keep in mind not to be shocked if the interest rate is higher, okay? Now, they don't, again, as you can see here, I highlighted where they don't focus on the credit alone. All right, they focus more on your DTI, your discretionary income. So you can have a high debt to income ratio. Like most banks and credit unions, it's 50-55%. But with these tier 4, and by the way, this is a tier 4, and I have other tier 4 lenders. There's tier 4 lenders and stuff. They really focus on if you're able to pay the loan back. All right, so this is one, it's $5,000. Then the next one is Uprova. Now with Uprova, this is a tribal lender. Now for those of you that may not be familiar with tribal lenders, what it is, you go to the casino, you lose your money to the casino. So what they do, they take that money and they'll reloan it out in the markets. Okay, so that's what a tribal lender is. And their loans, they go up to $5,000 as well. All right, so this is definitely a good lender for you. It goes from $300 up to $5,000. All right, now another thing about Uprova, where Indylend won't report the loan on your personal credit, your payment, Uprova will report your payments to help build up your credit, okay? Now, your next lender is Opportun. Now, with Opportun, again, it is a tier 4 lender. Tier 4 lenders meaning that they work with people with lower credit scores and lower income. All right, they're pretty much your predatory type of lenders with higher interest rate. But like with Opportun, now understanding that they're not in every state. All right, however, the states that they actually do operate in goes anywhere from $300 up to $10,000. All right, and people even without a social security number can actually apply for these here loans as well. All right, now our next lender we're talking about is OneMain. Now many of us are familiar with OneMain. Now the good thing about all these lenders as well, trying to pre-qualify for these don't affect your credit. So that's the good part about this. All right, now with OneMain, their loans go anywhere from $1,500 up to $20,000. All right, and their loan time to repay back the loan is from 24 months up to 60 months, which is equivalent to 5 years, right? From 2 to 5 years. All right, and their interest rates, as you can see here, is 18 to 35.99%. All right, and like I said, a good part about it, because it won't affect your credit, you can actually see how much you qualify for. With these here lenders, just keep in mind when you have low income, meaning that some of these lenders, if you have an income of about $500, some of these lenders, the maximum income on the low scale is less than $1,500, okay? So they are willing to work with. Here's another one. This is a tier 4, and this is Universal Credit. Now with Universal Credit, granted, they go up to $50,000, but the good part about Universal Credit is that many people may have great credit, 700 plus credit scores, but their debt to income ratio is over 50-55%, which is what most banks and credit unions want to see. So when your debt to income ratio is over 50-55%, Universal Credit will step in and help you out because their debt to income ratio goes up to 75%. okay? Now, the minimum credit score for them is a 560, all right? But again, you can see here, checking your rate is free and won't impact your credit score. So you can actually see what it is that they offer without it doing a hard pull on. Let's look at some tier 3. Now with your tier 3, those are usually your credit unions, okay? So with your credit unions, you usually have to become a member. And so the first one we're looking at is NIH, right? NIH Credit Union. And so they're very easy to join, but at the same time, they do offer emergency loans up to $1,000 with no credit check. However, you do have to be a member, usually with many credit unions, for them to give you a loan with no credit check. You have to be a member at least 3 to 6 months, and you have to have direct deposits, as well as making sure that your account has not been in a negative within that time frame, okay? But NIH, they offer loans up to $1,000 on emergency. So, and it is guaranteed because they're not looking at the credit, they're just looking at the deposit. So as you can see here, 2 recent pay stubs. Now, for those of you that are self-employed, you're independent contractors, you're new entrepreneurs, and you don't have a regular job, you just running your business, my thing is this: to set up or structure your business properly, all right? Number one, not only for protection, but number 2 is also because if you structure your business properly, you actually get access to more funding, even without looking at your personal credit. If you generate revenue as an entrepreneur, self-employed, contractor and stuff, and you're not structured your business properly, you're leaving money on the table because companies will give you funding without looking at your personal credit. I would tell you now is the best time that you want to set up your business, and I'll tell you why. It's because if you set your business up now, come January 1st, because of they go off a calendar years, your business will be 1 year old. Now, if you need help with setting up your business properly and structuring your business the right way, so that way January 1st come around, your business is at least 1 year old, then click the link in the description, schedule a one-on-one consultation. All right. Now, the reason I'm talking about the aging of the business, because a lot of lenders, they want you to be in business anywhere from 18 months to 2 years for a loan, especially if you're going after a business loan. All right. Now, granted, we are talking about personal loans, but being able to get access to more loans without even using your personal credit. Also, when, like it says here, 2 recent pay stubs, when you structure your business, then we also can help you set up the payroll as well, so that you can qualify for your more higher limit personal loans as well. All right, so just keep that in mind. Click the link in the description for more information. Is DCU. Now DCU, the good part about it is that they offer a quick loan as well. But again, you have to be with them for a certain amount of time, but their quick loans go up to $2,000 and it's no credit check. So that's the good thing about it. It does not impact your credit score, all right? So no hidden fees or credit checks, all right? And it goes up to $2,000. Now there's another lender. This lender is Insight Credit Union. Now again, these are tier 3 lenders, okay? So tier 4 and tier 3 is where you want to go when you have low income, you have a low credit score, because these are the ones that more likely are going to be flexible enough to give you the funding, all right? Now, Insight Credit Union, as you can see here, no minimum credit score required, no loan payment penalties. Minimum loan amount is from $1,000 up to $5,000, and the minimum term is from 12 months up to 60 months. Okay. Now here's the interesting thing about it: they will work with you if you have collections, discharge, bankruptcies, and foreclosure do not prohibit you from approval for the loan. So they would actually give you up to $5,000 even if you have a discharge, bankruptcy, or collection, or foreclosure. Right? So, of course, I always tell you, read the fine print. All right. Now, it says Insight Credit Union or who has an undischarged bankruptcy. So meaning that if you're still in bankruptcy, then they can't work with you. But if your bankruptcy has recently been discharged and stuff, they're willing to help you by giving you a credit builder loan. All right, so that's a good one as well. Now, for those of you that may have questions about business credit funding, personal credit funding, click the link in the description. Okay, there's one other one I want to talk about. And the reason I'm talking about this is BCU Baxter Credit Union. Now, they offer a secured credit builder loan. But here's another thing about Baxter Credit Union that I like, is that they use Vantage 3 scoring. TransUnion, right? So what does that mean? They use Advantage 3. So you go to Credit Karma, or you may go to Chase or American Express, and you see your Advantage 3 scoring. Now your Advantage 3 scoring is not the same score as those major banks I just talked about. They use FICO, but with your Advantage 3 scoring, it usually may be higher than your FICO score. So you're looking at an institution like BCU, you may be able to get an unsecured loan because you have a higher Vantage score. Now, one of the ways to increase, or 4 ways to increase your Vantage score, I would tell you, is by adding subscription payment, utility payments, I got a head cold, guys, so work with me. You have rent payments as well as authorized users. Now, for those of you that don't know which authorized users should be added to the credit profile, click the link in the description. Schedule a one-on-one consultation. Now, if you have any other questions about business credit funding, personal credit funding, click the link in the description. Schedule a one-on-one consultation. Thank you.